choice, but they're so uninformed, and I guess that's why we're doing these videos, because we want to inform people and make them aware, you know.
Yes, look, I would love to warn the meat eaters. From the bottom of my heart, all scriptures condemn meat eating. It is an aberration, and no meat eater will ascend. No meat eater will ascend. They will not enter the heart. They will not enter the high heaven, the head, and activate the dormant brain cells. They will not ascend the oil. The body is acidic. It is putrid. It is foul, and none of the alchemical processes can function properly to activate the individual so that he or she will be self-realized. It is harmful to the individual. It is harmful to animals. It is harmful to the creator. It is harmful to the cosmos, and they won't go to heaven. Please don't think, anyone who's eating meat, don't think you're going to heaven or wherever you think you're going, to the better places. In Bhagavad Gita, it talks about all the beautiful higher places that we can aspire to. We can go to Vrindavan, which is at the very, very top. We can go to Vaikuntha, which is just below that. We can go to Brahmajyoti, which is the white light, where a lot of people think they're going to be, self-realized and blissed out forever. You can go to the void, you can go to the nil, and all of these places. Well, you will definitely go to the void if you are a meat eater. And the void is not a place where you want to go. Neither is the white light. And meat eaters will be. They will absolutely be condemned. They will not ascend and go to any decent place. Here is how Bhagavad Gita explains it. Here is a picture of where they say that all meat eaters will reincarnate as the animals that they eat and will be slaughtered by the animals and eaten by the animals that they eat. Here it says, animal killers do not know that in the future the animal will have a body suitable to kill them. That is the law of nature. So what I'm saying is, I'm urging all meat eaters to rethink this disgusting habit. It's putrid. It is
a habit. Yeah.
It's addictions. Yeah.
It's traditions as well. It's because they have it at Christmas time. The turkey or Thanksgiving, or the Australians with their lamb. Where they had a new ad or something for the lamb. Oof. And because everybody's so programmed, they think they have to live out these programs and these traditions, and if they're not, like, they're a bad person. And thou shalt not kill. I mean, we should talk about Christians. I mean, they don't exactly teach people to not eat meat, do they, in the church? So people are really they're just lost. They don't know that this is happening to them, that they're not going to ascend, even if they're going to church every Sunday,
That's right.
Crazy.
The churches are involved in this because the churches are so degraded and so lying that they teach people these demonic practices of eating the rotten corpses of sentient beings called animals who don't have speech. They have voice, but they don't have speech. Therefore, since they cannot intelligibly understand the screams of animals when they are being slaughtered, and have a look at the word slaughter, by the way. They like to use these nice clinical, cool, calming words to sort of downgrade their crimes. Slaughter, when you take the S off slaughter, you're left with laughter. And the universe is laughing at you because it's not slaughter, it is murder. Murder. You are murderous. Whoever you are, whether you eat a prawn, a chicken wing, a pig's bum, you're bacon and eggs for breakfast, that's all you're eating, pig's bums, and you are what you eat. So you eat pig's bums, you are a swine ass. And so I don't accept this word slaughter, killing and everything. Murder. You are murderous.
No, it's murder.
Absolutely. Even if you're not the one that does it by your own hands. I mean, you're too much of a coward or too lazy to go do it yourself, because I guarantee you, if you had to be the one to go out there and get that blood on your hands, you would really rethink your life. So.
Yeah. But because they see it all in supermarkets, it's like, ooh. And the supermarkets do such a good job at making it. I mean, they do
Convenient.
offers on meat, and then the meat doesn't always go, and it's all at the front of the store. I don't know what it's like in the US and Australia, but all the meat is at the front of the store, and it's like what they're trying to say, these supermarkets, is it's a necessity, it's essential. You know.
Yep. So as for these people who are so clever that they downgrade their crimes by clever use of sophisticated words which, you know, alleviate their guilt, because if you think about it, you're a carcass cruncher, you're biting into death and absorbing death into your body, polluting the bloodstream, polluting the mind with animal consciousness. How can you ascend if you have animal parts in your body? You're floating around in your brain.
You can't.
Blood flowing.
Yeah.
You cannot. And how can you be?
No.
See, I say to people, some people write to me and say, "Oh, can I trust this guy who is teaching the truth and so forth?" I say to them, just ask one question: do they eat meat? Anyone out there who's calling themselves a truther, who is eating meat, they are not truthers. They are half-truthers. In other words, they are liars. You can only trust a vegetarian. You cannot trust a meat eater. They are liars. All meat eaters are liars. Nothing but lies come from their mouths. So for all the truthers out there that eat meat and you think you're a truther, you are a buffoon, a murderer, and you're not ascending, you're not teaching truth, you're teaching a crock of shit. Get off, shut your gob, go out and do 7 years of vegetarianism before you even come back to the internet and talk any truth at all, you barbecuing, carcass crunching idiot morons. Sorry to be so brutal, but it's your life that's at risk, not mine. And besides, have a look at how ugly meat eaters look. Don't they just look ugly? Only vegans look good. They're good looking people. The humanity comes out of their eyes. Their eyes glow with human love, and their heart shines through their eyes.
It really does. That's actually, Santos, I've noticed that about vegans and people who are enlightened, is that they really have beautiful, big, shiny eyes, and they look hydrated. Their skin looks well hydrated. They just look, and their hair shines. It's because they're not eating death. They're not eating this negative energy. So they're full of love and beautiful energies, and you can tell straight away when somebody's like that. I certainly can, from quite far away, actually.
The purity of the soul inside shines through the body, and it can turn anybody from, like, I guess you could, if you're going to rate somebody, from like a 5 to like a 9, just because the inner beauty, you know, it just takes over the entire being.
It does, and people in the street, they turn and look at you because you're so vibrant, because you've got so much beautiful life in you. You know, you've got so much light in your cells. Your cells are not coated in death and horrible, putrid stuff, you know.
Yeah, you can see them from miles away, vegans. They're just good looking. The humanity's coming through. It comes through the pores of the skin, and you can just tell that they are settled and they're not murderers anymore. Killing begets killing. Murdering begets murdering. And if we're going to stop murdering in our wars, we have to stop murdering in our homes. Why is it that we are so goddamn stupid that we can butcher cows and pigs and stuff them in our fridges when we've got pets like dogs and cats? We spend thousands of dollars fixing their little, you know, oh, my cat's, I've got to take him to the vet, $1,000 bill. Why, this is what I say to meat eaters, why don't you get your dog, get a nice sharp knife, grab it by the ears, slice its head off, slice parts of its body, put it on the barbecue, and invite your friends over and have some dog. Why don't you? Go and have some dog, because that's what Bhagavad Gita calls meat eaters. There's only one name for them: dog eaters. Now, I don't like that word because I think dogs are so loyal and so beautiful. I like to call them swine eaters. In fact, in all my work, meat eaters are just swine eaters because they act like swine. And even that, I mean, pigs are beautiful animals, but just to get the point across, dog eater, swine eater, it's just not worth it. You will perish in perdition, probably for all of eternity, just for this gross, murderous, disgusting, vile habit. When we have plenty of fruits, there's bananas to no end, apples, nuts, seeds, vegetables, fruits. You can stuff yourself like a glutton with all the good things that the earth has to provide.
Avocados.
I was just about to say the same thing. Yes.
Avocados are
I
amazing.
love them.
The broccoli can grow back. Whatever it is that you're growing, whatever it is, the berries, whatever, the stem, the tree, it's still there. It's regenerative. But the moment that you kill that cow, the moment, cow's life is gone.
I mean, I've been a vegan for 18 years now, and I was supposed to die within 3 weeks. Yeah. And of course, there's always some dumb, ugly fuck. They're all ugly. All the meat promoters, you know, oh, you gotta eat meat. If you don't eat meat, vegans die and all that. Well, you're stone motherless fucking ugly for a start. So if you want to be sexy and intelligent, like Pythagoras, Da Vinci, Tesla, and all the geniuses, they were vegan. If you want to be a bum for the rest of eternity, yeah, eat bums. You are what you eat. Bacon, bum, pig bum, cow bum. You're a bum eater. That's all you are. That's all you will ever amount to. And on the other side, you'll have to repeat again. And you will be murdered and eaten by the animals that you ate. You'll see. You will see it. When you die, you'll be captured by these animals. You'll be taken to a place where you'll be slaughtered. You'll be murdered. You'll be eaten. You'll be treated exactly the way you treat God's created sentient beings. You do not murder. You must not kill. You never, ever, ever, ever kill. You kill, you will be killed. Simple as that. People think they're so smart and, oh, well, I've been eating meat for 40 years and I'm a healthy. Look, all the hospitals are full of flesh eaters. There are no vegans there. All obese people are flesh eaters. There's no fat vegans. All the good-looking people are vegans. All the ugly ones are people who eat animals. They're ugly. They're stone motherless fucking ugly. I can't even bear to look at them, let alone smell their stench when you're near them. They smell like farts. They're a fart. They're a walking fart. They've got poo oozing out of all the pores of their horrible, opaque skin. Or, you know, just, they stink. They stink like shit. Especially if you go to a public toilet after one of them's taken a dump.
Oh, man.
It takes you a month to recover.
It's because their body is in chronic acidosis.
Yeah.
Because they're living off of acid. Guys, greens are alkalizing to the body. Your blood leans alkaline, okay? And greens are alkaline. Greens, wheatgrass, spinach, spirulina, kale, whatever. Greens. These are alkalizing to the body. Simultaneously detoxify your gut from undigested waste because they're fibrous. So they're going to pull undigested waste out of your gut as well. They're going to detox and nourish you simultaneously. With the fiber, that's detoxifying. The chlorophyll in the greens is the exact same molecular structure as the iron in our blood. That shows alignment. That shows synchronicity. That shows me that's what we need to be eating. But if I'm eating flesh that is putrefying and acidosis, heme iron is very hard to digest on the body, guys. But if I don't have these things, then I will find myself operating out of a reactive state. Because when you're eating animals, you're activating your animalistic reptilian nature within. You got to get out of that animalistic reptilian nature. You got to turn that reptilian brain off and start thinking with your crown, with your consciousness heaved up in your head and your pineal gland. in thinking in terms of purity, which is why Aries is pure and it rules the cerebrum. And of course, Santos has been, you know, pursuing a purist life as he's a sun sign Aries.
Fiddling and fondling little children, right? And they're all saying now, Christian, America's Christian. They don't know what they're fucking talking about. What Christianity are you practicing? Ejaculating, murdering animals, spinning on a globe, which is a fucking provable lie. The earth is dead stationary. They want a moving earth so that we can have linear time, and there's no such thing as linear time. The earth is still, everything is still, and there's only the eternal, still, ever present now. And so they've taken people out of that. First they give them dead carcass to eat, so that they have to come back and reincarnate, because no flesh eater will go to heaven. I don't care which guru's out there who thinks that they can preach that you can eat meat and you'll go to heaven or you'll go to the next place. You fucking will not. You're a deceiver, you're a lying cunt, and you're an ugly motherfucker, and you don't deserve anybody listening to you. Or yet you do deserve, because the people who go and pay $1,000 to watch you are fuckwits. Anyway, so continue eating your meat, because you'll be the ones that will be absolutely tormented and tortured for as long as it takes until you cleanse yourself. So you're the idiots, you're the morons, and you're making money on death and teaching to keep exploiting animals that want to live freely. These people are Christians. Oh, we're all for Christ, and abattoirs and Big Macs and all the little aborted baby fetuses that they put in Kentucky Fried Chicken. And yeah, we want that. We want to be cannibals. We want to eat animals. And yeah, good luck to you. Good luck. You've been warned, but no one listens. It doesn't really matter. As long as you're happy, sexy and healthy, and that's what I am. I'm happy, I'm sexy, I'm intelligent, and I'm healthy. You see all these people who are worried about Medicaid and Medicare and doctor care and health care. What? You actually paying insurance to have medical care? Just be a fucking vegan, you stupid cunt. You're spending thousands of dollars on murdering animals, and your antacid pills because of you've got acid and everything. All those people who are complaining that they're cutting the benefits, they're all flesh eaters. You won't see one vegan that's complaining, oh no, I won't have a doctor to look after me, because they're all going to doctors. And yet, oh yeah, but it's the best diet and it's in the Bible, and they claim that it's in the Bible, some of these fucking idiots that don't understand how to interpret the Bible. They don't understand that the ancient mystics taught that eating animals or not eating animals is about participating in certain emotions or thoughts which are related to those animals. It does not talk about putting them in your mouth as food. That's your stupid, limited mind's interpretation, or the pedophile pastor that you go to. Name them all. There's 30,000 denominations, and they're all pedophiles. And they want people not to be liberal or not to be free thinkers. You know?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man.